Here we go.
Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're well. You amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. This is video 1 of 2, live later. Keep your eyes peeled. And in this video, we're talking about Liam Payne, because it's been turned into somewhat of a circus where content creators and news reporters and all this kind of people have, well, done what seemingly is becoming, I don't know, I don't understand. This niche seems to be broken at the moment, and I can't help but feeling some way responsible, as it's not any longer seemingly about searching for truth. It's not about addressing real issues. It's none of that anymore. It's about conspiracies. Let's turn every single thing that we can into a conspiracy, because everything's a conspiracy, right? And the downside is conspiracies sell. You know, if you look at videos that would, like on this platform, if you look at videos that talk about Liam Payne, the struggles that he must have been going through and things like that, then nobody's really interested. But if you turn around and say that Liam Payne probably didn't fall off of the balcony or jump off of the balcony, but he was in fact thrown off of the balcony by Simon Cowell and Cheryl Tweedy because they were having an affair. There was some stuff going on in the background. There was fear that there was going to be some story coming out about the freak off parties with P. Diddy, and that shit sells, baby. That shit sells. You're gonna smash them views. You're a prick, but at least you're gonna get massive amounts of views as you turn what is a tragedy of a young man who suffered with mental health issues that were probably exacerbated by the fact that he was bullied to fuck online and turned into an utter, it was just cannon fodder. He was cannon fodder for everyone from ex-partners to the media to everybody, and but that just doesn't sell. People don't generally care about it. But anyway, look, we do need to address what is going on in these situations, both how people are handled in the public eye, how people are treated in the public eye, and how in the aftermath of that is continued to be treated. Like, if we have a look at the news reports around Liam Payne's death, you've got the likes of Zayn Malik. He's postponed US tours following Liam Payne's death. You know, these are people who obviously went through that One Direction journey together, and they are truly heartbroken. Obviously, the reverberations of his death have gone into Cheryl Tweedy as well. She's recently paid tribute to him. There were some stories about why he was forced to stay in Argentina as well. Apparently, this was with respect of a visa issue. He had to reapply for a visa. He was due to leave to go out of the country with his partner, but wasn't able to do so. So he did have to stay. But in the main news, there isn't a lot. You don't see many YouTubers, I suppose, talking about things like this, which was, he had apparently, in the days leading up to his death, he had gone on to GoFundMe, that platform, and donated £10,000 in one night to numerous causes. If we look at some of them, the singer, who undertook a number of charitable projects, is thought to have donated to a number of people, including £2,300 to Jack, 28 from America, who had been diagnosed with stage 4 B-cell lymphoma. Other donations from the same night include £770 to a school shooting survivor, £2,223 to help Kaylin, a 4-year-old who had experienced a stroke. A 31-year-old died. The 31-year-old died after falling from a balcony in a hotel in Argentina. So, you know, but you don't hear about all these sort of things. Now, was there stuff going on in Liam Payne's life? Was there things that he could potentially be connected to through his journey throughout the showbiz world? I don't think that there's perhaps anybody, any single person who has gone through that entire showbiz journey, especially when they are starting at such a young age. I don't think any of them have 100% got their hands clean of anything. And that's just the way it is. That just seems to be the way that the industry is. But in terms of how industries are and how industries behave, how is the social media industry behaving? What are they now beginning to do? How are people like even myself dealing with the people that we talk about? And so very easily seemingly turn them into cannon fodder. But there is an underlying issue here, and that is the audience. What do the audience want? Because ultimately, what's going to happen here is it's like supply and demand, isn't it? If people aren't bothered and they're not interested about the truth, if they're not interested, like if we compartmentalize the Liam Payne issue and say, look, that he was a guy who was going through mental health issues, this come to a climactic end where he would either be messing about on the balcony under the influence, was semi-conscious and falls, or he jumped off of the balcony. But it happened. But if people can't then take that and want to really get into what caused this, what were the true issues on it, could it have been prevented, how do we prevent it, how do we stop these things happening consistently, like I did a video the other day that talked about multiple people around the showbiz industry who would lose their life at their own hands, but people aren't interested in that. But then you can do a video that would suggest that he was killed by Simon Cowell and the hotel was brought in to cover it up, and it sells like hotcakes. And you think to yourself, this is what's going to happen. Social media and the news that you get is not going to be about getting to the truth. It's going to be about what story sells the best. Do you know what I mean? You're getting a front row seat now into the descent into how social media is going to turn into an alternative news source. But what news are you actually getting? What news are you wanting? I just don't get it. It's messed up. I just don't get it. The Liam Payne story is an absolute fucking tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy that needs to be spoken about. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be put right. And there needs to be things set in place that doesn't simply turn people into cannon fodder to the point where they feel that there is no way out. We need things like this addressed. But they're not going to get addressed when there isn't the interest in it. Because people aren't going to just do videos, not going to spend time doing stuff for them people just to not be interested in it whatsoever, and then they can watch somebody else turning the sort of story into a circus, and people are loving it. People are absolutely loving it, because then what do? Do you go down the route of, oh, fuck it, if you can't beat them, join them? Or do you just try and plod through and eventually get nowhere because you're going to get drowned out by the fake stories, the false stories, the ones that... the shit covered in glitter, as I said the other day. What is it that people want on this platform? Do you want shit covered in glitter, or do you want the truth? Do you want to try to change the world that we live in that does severely need to change in certain elements? Let me know down below. Are you a shit and glitter person, or do you want the world to change for the better? I'll see you all later.